It's the 1st of December, and officials from NACA, representatives of relevant ministries, departments and agencies, implementing partners, civil society, and community-based organizations have gathered for the 2021 World AIDS Day celebration. The Director General of NACA delivered the opening remarks.
I welcome you all to the 2023 World AIDS Day with the theme Communities, Leadership to End AIDS by 2030. The theme acknowledges the essential role of community leadership in our last mile push to ending AIDS by 2030. Leadership communities or communities of persons living with HIV, key affected populations, women, adolescents and young persons, policymakers, religious leaders, traditional and political leaders, civil society organizations, development partners, organized private sector, the general public, and our media society, to mention a few, have critical roles to ending social, cultural, legal, economic inequalities, holding back progress to ending AIDS and elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV. Let me use this opportunity to thank His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his incredible political leadership of the renewed Hope agenda, which plans to end inequalities where no one is left behind. Your Excellencies, Nigeria can end AIDS before 2030 with support of our community leaders. We can end stigma and discrimination. We can ensure no babies in our communities are born with HIV. Yes, we can, because we are Nigerians. Thank you for your kind attention.
Goodwill messages were given by representatives of the network of people living with HIV/AIDS in Nigeria, the UN system, and the US government.
I've only been here 2 months, but in this short time, I have been so impressed and inspired by the national program's ability to double the numbers of people accessing HIV treatment by taking services to the community during COVID, which a number of countries did not do, but Nigeria did. There is so much that we can learn, but perhaps the most important is how communities themselves guide us, direct us, lead us, move us forward in this common vision. We, as the US government, truly believe that our ability to reach epidemic control is near, but it could be compromised if we remain silent about the issues facing key populations, adolescent girls, young people, and communities that are isolated from quality health services due to geographic issues, poverty, and of course, insecurity. We join you today to acknowledge the extraordinary work under extraordinary leadership in extraordinary times. We are here to say, Happy World AIDS Day, because you have shown that it can be done, that it will be done, and congratulations to the people of Nigeria.
At the community level, we're looking at different communities from a UN perspective. Allow me to mention that this is a period that is full of important events, not just the budget process nationally, but we have on the 3rd International Day of People Living with Disabilities coming up, and I think people with disability are another important community touched by HIV and a crucial one in the fight against HIV. We have on December 5 the International Day of Volunteers, and I think again at community level many of the leaders, in my understanding, are volunteers. We need to recognize their important contribution. We're in the middle of 16 days of activism against violence against women and children, in particular girls. Again, I think women and girls experiencing violence are an important constituency at the community level, both in terms of being victims and survivors, but also very much leading the fight as leadership. I thank my colleagues in the UN for this collaborative effort. And of course, I cannot stop before thanking NACA, ably led by Dr. Gambo. We've already heard his words. Thank you. We appreciate your leadership on this fight. And I wish us all a meaningful 1st of December. Thank you very much.
As people living with HIV and AIDS, we are so happy and proud with the theme of this year's World AIDS Day. It's talking about let the community lead. As people living with HIV, we have been saying this oftentimes, that we are not patients, but an individuals who are clients who receive services of HIV and AIDS interventions. And primarily, we adopt that principle of our contributions by ensuring that the communities are at the center of the interventions. Many thanks to UNAIDS, to the US government. 8.7 billion is huge. We say a big thank you for saving lives. I want to sincerely thank the DG of NACA for refusing and insisting that we must get our data right. As people living with HIV, this is what we should be celebrating. Our partners, this is what we should be celebrating. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
The Honorable Minister of Health was represented by the Director of Public Health.
I'm so pleased with the theme for this year's World AIDS Day commemoration. We must, at this time, put our house in order through the sector-wide approach and to make sure that everything counts. Our health system is built on the principle of primary health care. And if you dive through the principles of primary health, you understand that community engagement, strong community participation is a very sure way towards only early intervention. And so, I think that this is the right time, and that theme came at the right time for us to have a deep think on what we can do next. The second aspect of that principle of primary health is intersectional collaboration, which is what we've been enjoying in this country. If you go down more to it, we must also sustain our very strong and robust partnership. We have a very unique opportunity, and I think this is the right time to do it right, because the cost is very clear for us to achieve what we are looking for, and that is to hit the targets. So let me congratulate everyone in this hall, and let it be whatever we say here, let us walk the talk, because we still have a lot to do, but we have the potential to do that. Thank you very much.
The chairman of the House Committee on AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria pledged continuous support from the National Assembly for the HIV response.
The theme for this year's event, Communities Leadership to End AIDS by 2030, is a challenge to all leaders across levels. We must all step up, roll our sleeves, and begin to walk the talk. In spite of the gains recorded in the fight against HIV, much still needs to be done. We cannot only depend, like I said, on foreign support. The government of Nigeria must take responsibility of our problem. At least reduce it to 50%. 3%. Therefore, the House Committee on ATM will continue to advocate for increased funding to the sector and provide legislation that promote comprehensive health care, support research, and ensure access to quality treatment and strengthen partnerships that are crucial to our collective sources. I wish you a wonderful World AIDS Day. Thank you very much, and may God continue to bless Federal Republic of Nigeria in the mighty name of Jesus.
Commending all involved in the progress achieved so far, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation pledged the President's commitment to ending AIDS by 2030.
I must commend the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, led by Dr. Aliu, for its commitment and leadership to end AIDS as a public health threat in our country. The administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to ending AIDS by the year 2030 and will ensure no one is left behind in paving access for HIV services across the country.
A sustainable HIV response is part of the renewed hope agenda of this administration.
I equally acknowledge and appreciate the outstanding support and commitment of the United Nations, the government of the United States, and the people of the United States, and all global partners for funds for the unflinching support over the years to keep people living with AIDS alive in Nigeria. At this point, it is my honor to unveil the National Strategic Framework 2023 to 2027 and the symbol of new business model for sustainable HIV response in Nigeria. I wish us all a very successful commemoration of 2023 World AIDS Day. Thank you. It is to the glory of God Almighty and to the mercies of God and all humanity and to the dedicated efforts of all the organizers, NACA and global partners that today we stand here to unveil this document. We unveil this symbol to the glory of God and to all humanity. This symbol will help to remind us of the efforts of our partners and NACA.
Commemorating World AIDS Day remains crucial as it serves as a clarion call to the fact that there is still more to be done to achieve epidemic control by 2030 and beyond.